Welcome back. We are here live at the El Dorado Hotel in the Riviera Maya. This is my good friend Elliot Bullman, and we have a lot of nice topics already, talking about the NFL draft, talking about the drugs tests that have been going on, or the PEDs. Anything else?
Well, yeah, obviously something very briefly we're going to touch on is a paisano, a countryman of mine, Sir Roger Bannister. What a legend, what a sports legend, sadly passed away last weekend, and, it would be out of place not to give him a special mention on this show.
No doubt, Roger Bannister broke the 4-minute mile in 1954. And the interesting thing about Mr. Bannister, or I should say Sir Roger Bannister, he's from London.
That's right.
He was told, "It is humanly impossible. We've been trying to do this for decades. It will not happen. Forget it." And he did it. And wouldn't you believe, 7 weeks later, someone else did it. And wouldn't you believe, within 6 months, 20 other people had done that.
It's incredible.
It's amazing. It is the power of the mind, maybe.
Yeah, just to raise that bar. Once you say something's possible, once you make the impossible possible, I think more and more people start to believe, like you say.
Evolution.
He broke the mold, though. I mean, that was a tremendous feat for its time.
Absolutely. They call him the fastest man in the world, and he was very humble about it. He said, "I just work harder than everyone else."
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Yeah, I mean, he, as a post-athlete, I mean, he went into teaching, he was a professor, he was a very humble man. I mean, he was widely respected and certainly loved. I mean, as a really gentle, kind man, by his family. And, he'll be really missed. And, but he did live a very full life. 88 was a really, a good sign-off for him.
Exactly. And he did raise the bar. Rest in peace, Sir Roger Bannister.
Respect. So, we're getting into a really interesting time in the NBA, Gil. And the Rockets, man, I mean, how far can these guys go? I mean, they are 15 winless streak right now. I mean, how far can this go?
The Rockets can go all the way. The Rockets can win everything. The Rockets are the team that are fiery, red hot right now in the NBA.
Yeah, I mean, they've beaten top teams. I mean, they have really got there. I mean, this has not been an easy ride for them. I mean, I'm just hoping they don't blow out too soon. I mean, they got to this stage last year and they kind of looked a bit exhausted, and I think that might have, their energy levels were a bit sapped. But, let's see. I mean, right now, MVP, they've got pretty much the most valuable player on their roster right now.
That's right, James Harden. He is unstoppable. And he has a way about him that brings his entire team around him to play the way he plays.
Yeah, every piece of coverage I've watched on them the last few months, he's just in the midst of everything, and he's saying that this is probably the best team that he's ever been on, that team camaraderie, the nucleus, he's saying, for the Rockets.
Absolutely, and you have Chris Paul there on the team as well. He's as fast as any player can be. You put those two guys together the way they do, and even the Warriors are going to have a hard time. Golden State, it's funny how we had the All-Star game not too long ago, and you see Stephen Curry, and you see Harden, and you see all these players, they're just hugging each other. Clearly they're friends, they respect each other, they're colleagues. But right now, that's over with. And they are focused on what they have to do. And there's going to be the conference, the conference championship between the Warriors and the Rockets going head to toe. And I have a feeling that the Rockets are going to edge them out.
Yeah, I mean, there is that fear factor. I mean, there is that mutual respect between them both. I mean, the Rockets will definitely have a really tough. That's going to be a tight game.
It will, and there's a lot of NBA playing games before that happens.
Yeah, So, we're looking at those key players staying fit. I mean, it's practically impossible, in my view, to win a championship without a top 5 player, right? I mean, you've got to have, at this stage now, MVP, top 5 to stand a chance of continuing on.
It's true. And these Rockets have built a team, and the coach himself, D'Antoni, he's a brilliant coach. It's something that may be a model to use down the road in the future.
Yeah.
But it's going to be good, and the NBA is right in the thick of it right now. There are great players giving us a lot of entertainment, and especially the Houston Rockets, who are on absolute fire.
Yeah, and I think when you look at that partnership, with Chris Paul there also on hand, I mean, he's making the difference with Harden, right? That's a pretty thrilling, partnership right there.
It is. They call it CP3 Harden. Those players are, when they're together, I don't know how anyone can defend them.
They said the two players, at the first, there was a bit of doubt. They thought they were kind of a bit headstrong, both of them. They weren't sure that they would fit in together. They'd gel,
It's true, because you get two superstar players on the same team, and it sometimes doesn't work right. There's a lot of friction. Each player have their shot at it. It seems to be harmonious with these two players. They seem to feed off of each other beautifully, and it's making them dangerous.
Yeah, it's been a wondrous combination. It's really, probably exactly what Coach Mike D'Antoni was looking for, right? And he's really built a really awesome team.
He has, and I have a feeling that the Rockets are going to go to the finals this year. It won't be easy, though, getting past Golden State.
So, as of March the 6th, the two have played, 2.5 times already? And, it's kind of weird to me that more teams, with two scoring stars don't score this more often, But the most brilliant adjustments are also the most obvious, right? So
absolutely. Their defense as well has improved. They are number 8 in the league right now in defense. That is something that just a couple of years ago, it was unheard of. Houston Rockets, they were faulty on defense. They need defensive players. That's their downfall. They're never going to make it. Well, right now they're making it. And they have had 2 14-game win streaks already this year.
That's amazing. This is their second best or second matching longest win streak of 15, right? So, they also have having a superstar, lead guard on the start all the time gives Antoni so endless possibilities.
It's true, but it also starts with Daryl Morey. He's the general manager. He's the guy that gets these players, picks them, puts them together, and then the coach shows them exactly what to do, how to mesh, and do their magic on the court.
Yeah, Morey certainly knows how to build teams. He's known for his sort of chaotic pursuit of superstars, right? And but he's also got an underrated sort of knack for finding, versatile role players. So constructing this team, is kind of his signature accomplishment, I think.
There's no doubt about it. And you have the addition of Ariza getting onto that team, and this is something that is the perfect combination to go all the way into the playoffs, into the finals.
We'll be watching it with as much enthusiasm as you guys, and we'll be back next week with Gil with more sports roundups on Mexican sports, global sports. Please keep your ideas coming, things that you want to see us covering over the next few weeks, and we'll be sure to bring it to you here live, here from the El Dorado Royale. That's all about the time we have for today's show, and thank you for joining us and your company. We'll be back with you next week on Tuesday with more breaking news, more lifestyle, more cookery, more sports. We've enjoyed being with you. We'll see you very soon. Have a great weekend here in the Mexican Riviera Maya. That's all from us. Goodbye for now.
See you next time. MexicoNewsNetwork.com.